I don't want to say this fridge has changed my life, but it has made it a whole lot more convenient. If you guys are looking for a 12-volt fridge to increase your off-grid capabilities or just keep groceries cool while you're out and about, this is going to be the video for you. How's everybody doing, by the way? Essential gear here. Hope you all are getting after it today. So the way I see it, there are two main reasons to have a system like this. Number one, you're one of those preppers and you recognize that having the ability to refrigerate certain items like food and medical supplies when there is no power increases your capabilities. Two, maybe you have more recreational purposes for this fridge. You know that being able to ditch that ice in the cooler while you're away from the comfort of your home is a game changer. Do you work out of your vehicle? Maybe you're a construction worker, you like to go camping, or do that whole overlanding thing. So your power goes out. What's your plan to keep the food you have edible? Some people are super squared away and have backup generators or solar farms that take care of that. For the person just beginning to realize that power outages could be a regular occurrence in the future, this may be a good place to start. You can transfer all of your meat, milk, medicine, or whatever into this little fridge. You even have the option of loading it up into your vehicle or trailer in case you have to leave home for whatever reason. This could because of your bug out fantasy or more likely scenarios like hurricanes or whatever else Mother Nature throws at you. This is a 48 quart dual zone fridge, so you can set one side to refrigerate and the other to freeze, both to freeze or both to refrigerate. I got this one because I personally wanted that capability. The trade-off is that you have that divider in the middle. Now it has some cup holders on the outside and a spot to insert that included cutting board, which just stores inside of the fridge tray or lid. It's usable, but a bit small. I personally use it to clean or as a clean, sanitized spot to prepare sandwiches and cut fruit. The handles on the outside are a bit plasticky. Really, the whole thing in general is. It would be nice if the high stress points like the handles, lid latches, were a bit more robust. But at this price point, which was just under $400, I can't complain. On the inside, you will get two removable baskets to keep things organized. I like to keep this thing in my truck, so when we go to the grocery store, I take the tray inserts out, load the perishables directly into them right in the cart out in the parking lot. That really is the most practical use for this thing, having the capability to keep your groceries cold. If you are more the prepper type, like to think of crazy scenarios instead of stacking food and building your group like you should be, it has the capability to be used off-grid one of two ways, or really two ways. So you can pair this with a power bank like the Bluetti EB3A. Check out my video on that if you haven't seen it. It has 268 watt hours, and the fridge easily runs over 12 hours on DC power. So on paper, you should be able to get just over a day's use, but remember, if the ambient temperature is higher outside, like 90 to 110 degree weather I'm in, the runtime will decrease. So the off-grid capability comes when you pair the Bluetti with a solar charger. Because the fridge only draws 35 to 41 watts while it's running, and do remember these 12-volt fridges kick on and off once they reach the desired temperature, so it's not running constantly. That's why the runtime is longer. And that time can be extended by turning on the eco mode. There's also low, medium, and high setting as well. So I didn't mess with that. I used max power the whole time, and it lasted longer than I needed. There was also a compartment for a 173 watt hour internal battery, which was not available when I purchased the unit. It's back in stock now, but it's like $199. I don't think it was that expensive back when I bought the fridge. Not sure I would pay that just to get the 18 hours they promise out of that battery. Probably more 8 to 10 in the weather I'm in. Now, with that internal battery, you can plug in a 150 to 200 watt solar panel and charge it that way. The battery just has to be inserted. So I did take the shell off to expose the electronics inside. I'm no electrician, but it doesn't look terrible. Some of the welds are kind of sketchy. I've had this thing for about 3 months, and it's been running nonstop out in the heat, to the beach, riding around in my truck. So far, so good. The compressor is a Huajun ZH25G. Yeah, I'll put it up on the screen. If anybody's really interested and wants to know what kind of compressor's in there, that's for you. So the display, my least favorite part about this unit. If you are, say, at the beach or any sunny environment, you probably won't be able to see that LED display on the outside of the fridge. Just not bright enough. I would suggest getting out that app, set the fridge how you want it, and then lock the screen, because the controls will get bumped. On one of our most recent trips, the temperature was high because somebody or something was bumping into it. It doesn't have to be your finger. It can be the wall of your car or a bag, and it has the tendency to change. The music's loud in your car, you might not notice. Your kids might play with it, so just lock it. It's going to save you a bunch of headaches. The app is okay. Connecting the fridge was relatively easy, and you can change all the settings much easier on your phone than messing around with that little display. So when you're all done with your road trip or whatever, inside that large compartment, you can wash it out with a hose because there is a drain plug. The small side, you'll have to clean out by hand. Not a big deal. Also, one thing to note here is that after a week of being outside in the heat, there was a good bit of condensation inside. It will need to be wiped down every so often. The fridge will fit in the front seat of a full-size truck, but I would recommend putting it in the back or the bed. It takes up a lot less space, and it's also not a great place to have it in case you get into an accident. There is also a bit of tilt when you put it in the front seat, but it won't affect the operation according to Changemore. So you get 2 cables with the fridge, a 12-volt cigarette-style plug, and then an AC cord. Now, this isn't a highly technical review, so as far as temperature regulation goes, just know that it does what it's supposed to do. The actual temperature inside may vary a degree or two from the display, but it keeps your food cold. That's really what I'm concerned about. One thing I wish it had was wheels to prevent waddling around with that 41-pound brick wherever it needed to go. It can get a bit awkward to carry if you have a shorter wingspan. My favorite thing about this little portable fridge is the feature allowing you to configure each side as a freezer or fridge based on your needs. The light inside is pretty nice at night, and the USB charger on the outside got used quite a bit as well. I'm really liking this fridge so far. I'll keep running it and see how well it goes after a year. Also forgot to mention it does come with a 2-year warranty from the factory. So that's all for now. What do you guys think of this fridge? Does it fit in your lifestyle? Do you already have a 12-volt fridge like this? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time. Don't be strangers. Essential Gear out.